Did you know that before we write anything into an RICS Level 3 survey report, there's already over 5,000 words of standard content? Not only that, but for some properties we'll write another 10,000 words of bespoke text or more about the property you're buying. This means that a Level 3 survey contains more words than many university dissertations. While these figures are normally a bit lower for Level 2 surveys, nonetheless, at first glance, all house surveys can look a little overwhelming the first time you see them. Luckily, RICS format home survey reports are broken down into a number of different sections, making them easier to read, and it means that you don't have to read everything in one go. I'm Clarke, and I'll be exploring what you need to look out for in an RICS survey report. The first thing you'll need to do when you receive your survey report is to check that the property address written on the front cover is the address of the property you commissioned a report on. While it sounds unlikely to happen, it isn't unheard of for a surveyor to look at the wrong property. Sounds pretty awkward, and happily it isn't something I've managed to do yet. After this, survey reports are divided into lettered sections, with a Level 3 report running from A through to N for noggin, but Level 2 reports finish at M for masonry. The first few sections from A to C are all about setting the scene of the survey. Section A is mostly standard text, giving details about the report and the inspection, but it will also reiterate your surveyor's details, the property address, and some other basic information. Section B provides a summary of the report, setting out the surveyor's overall opinion, as well as grouping elements according to their traffic light rating. This is really helpful as it lets you see at a glance which elements have been given a red rating, for example. Many people will flick straight to any red ratings, which are saved up for elements that require urgent attention. Section B also sets out in one place what repairs are recommended, as well as any further investigations the surveyor thinks you should make before committing to purchase. Section C tells you some bits about the property that don't really fit in elsewhere. You'll most likely already know some of this information, such as when the property was built, how many bedrooms it has, what its EPC rating is, and where it's located. You'll also be able to find out if you're buying in a flood risk area. Sections D through to G are where the meat is. This is where the surveyor tells you the condition of the property on an elemental basis, as well as explaining what repairs the building needs or might need in the near future. In order, Section D tells you about the building envelope, that is, the externals, roof, covering, gutters, walls, etc. Section E will set out everything building fabric related internally, such as the roof structure, ceilings and walls. Section F, the services such as electricity and water, and Section G tells you what to expect from the grounds and any outbuildings. Where the surveyor has found something that might benefit from a legal perspective, issues for your legal advisor are set out in Section H. This could be to do with regulations, guarantee documents, or something else such as boundary locations. Section I will collate any risks highlighted elsewhere in the report, so if you're a bit of a worrywart, this might be a good place to start. This might contain things you wouldn't ordinarily think about when buying a house, such as the potential presence of radon gases, or even the size of gaps in the balustrading. Section J will tell you about any energy matters, but only in a Level 3 report. Level 2 reports skip this section out. This will tell you useful things about how energy efficient a building is, and might set out some improvement recommendations or references to where these recommendations might be found elsewhere in the report. As Level 2 surveys miss out the energy matters section, the final few sections in a Level 2 will have different letters. For the purpose of this video, I'll reference the letters used in a Level 3 report only. Section K is the bit that keeps your surveyor honest. They're required to confirm their identity and qualifications, as well as stating that they really did inspect your property and they really did write your report. From this point onward, it's all about standard text, I'm afraid, but it's still worth a read. Section L explains what you should do after reading a report, things like getting quotes for work or arranging further investigations. Section M reiterates the terms of engagement you agreed to when instructing the survey. While this sounds a bit boring, it can help you to understand why your surveyor has said what they have said and what their assessments are based on. Finally, Section N sets out a whole raft of different building related terms, as well as presenting a rather lovely picture of a partly deconstructed house. This can help you to understand some of the words a surveyor will use if you're not completely sure what they mean. Now you know what to look out for in an RICS home survey and where to find it. Lots of content to look at, but hopefully with this video you'll find things a bit easier to get your head around. Of course, if there's something you don't quite understand with your survey report, the best person to answer your questions will be your surveyor, and they should be the first person you ask for further advice on your survey. At Clarke Chartered Surveyors, we understand survey reports inside and out. If you can't wait to get your hands on an RICS home survey, our friendly and knowledgeable team will be keen to help you. Visit us at harrisonclarke.co.uk.